Is there a song or an artist or a moment that kind of triggered your interest in music?
I think for me, my interest in music probably developed like from a young age, listening to people like Carole King, Norah Jones, people that kind of older but like had a mature sounding voice. You know what I mean? That's like what triggered my sound.
But you can never question life. You can never question my love.
So as an artist, what do you see yourself working towards in like a 5-year time scale?
I think for me it's probably going to be, I've got an EP coming out in November, so I think 5 years it's probably possibly record label. Everyone says that's like quite a stereotypical thing to say, but I think possibly being taken up by a record label, touring. I love performing, so that would be like a big part of hopefully, you know, my music career.
Where would you really like to tour your music to?
I think, so I study modern languages at Bristol, and it would be amazing to go to like Spain, France, Italy, possibly be able to speak the language. That would be really cool, so yeah.
Let's talk about you in music. So where would you see yourself kind of going towards in 5 years' time?
I don't really see myself in 5 years' time music-wise. I think I'm just seeing myself now in the present, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what are you doing like presently with your music? What kind of style does it take, and what performances do you kind of like embodying when you're performing?
So I do mostly like R&B, soul, jazz, along those lines. But hopefully I want to work with like some producers.
Oh, cool.
And I'm doing songwriting, but I'd like to develop it a bit more.
You know what I mean?
Which dead artist would you like to see live today, if you could?
Either Tupac, or Jeff Buckley, because he's amazing.
Kind of want to start the interview with what triggered you getting into music. Was it a moment, an artist, or a song, or anything?
It was my mum just had a guitar that she never played. When I was about 13, I just picked it up and learnt Jingle Bells on it. And then like around 14, songwriting just became something I did like if I was upset or if I was bored, and it was like very much a hobby for a few years. And then last year I started performing live, and then since then I just like fell in love with it.
My head's been so occupied, so full of thoughts, but so empty of life. My heart was jaded, faded and gray, but you told me you'd show me a way to love.
Do you have any kind of rituals that you go through when you're writing a song?
I actually write kind of almost poetry if I have an idea. Sometimes I just write melodies and then like record them and just leave them for a bit. And then if I'm feeling like emotional, I'll kind of just write it all down in like a poetry format, and then I'll kind of bring out the music and sort of try and fit them together. So.
Is there anyone in the music industry at the moment that you really look up to as an artist?
There is a singer called Tori Kelly who is just, I remember following her, it must have been about 2009, 2010 that I first found her. It was like one of her first EPs, and she has just got the most phenomenal voice ever, and I saw her live in London. I literally cried the whole way through.
I reckon there's a lot of kind of tension in the music industry at the moment, because in one hand you've got all these massive artists that are mostly doing things for the money, and you've got a lot of small singer-songwriters kind of on the rise that are doing things just to make music and to perform. Do you write your own music?
I do, yeah. I haven't actually played any live, so I'm sort of hesitant because when I do it, I want to have recorded it properly, like in a proper session, with all the harmonies down, the production sorted. But yeah, I have been writing for a while. I mean, I'd like to try out loads of different things. I'd like to work with different people and see which works best for me, because I don't know, I just don't want to be pushed into anything, and I want to experiment to like find my own sort of sound, because I don't know what that is yet really. But I think I'd like to be someone that you can listen to when you're in any mood. Like I want to have a song you can go to when you're sad, when you just want to chill out, when you're really happy.
Yeah, thanks. The second one's called Be Your Girl.
I was always performing in the church and stuff. Like my dad's a pastor, so I was always in the church and performing that. So it was kind of just the natural thing, just to perform.
Yeah, that's so cool. So do you have any like church vibes in your music at all, or is it mostly kind of R&B stuff?
No. I mean, like neo soul is quite soulful. It's like influenced by gospel. So like definitely you'll hear probably like a little bit of an influence or that type of vibe.
Don't mean no disrespect, those of you who probably won't. I even dream, I Israel. Visions of you see you all around my way. Been meaning to say hi, I'm just way too shy. I got to make you say this is more than just a secret.
If you could go see any dead artist, who would you go see live?
That one's easy. Nina Simone.
Oh, amazing.
I love her.
It used to be that if you wanted to create a record, you had to go out and sign with someone, and it cost hundreds and thousands to make an actual decent recording. Whereas nowadays, artists can and are recording their own music and marketing it themselves. Is that something you'd more want to do?
It's actually something I'm already doing.
Oh, right, okay.
So,
Tell us
definitely.
a bit about that.
Well, yeah, I've got like a little collective, like not just me, but a few other artists, and we're doing a thing, and we're like trying to get musicians, artists from, you know, this part of England, Bristol, Bath, UE, and we're trying to like produce and do something like that.
Currently I'm in a band called St. Ditto with Daniel and Michael, and we just see ourselves just performing at different events, and hopefully we can make it big. When I started music, I started from church. Like,
really?
I'm African, so that's where everyone starts from. So that's when I started just getting into the music genre. So yeah.
And I just hope I stay true to myself and just sing for the fun. And if people enjoy listening to me sing, then that's great.
You mentioned that you get quite nervous before you perform and while you're performing. Do you draw upon any like feelings or support that you have to be able to perform, or is it just kind of all you, just kind of relaxing once you're up on stage?
I just kind of have a moment in my head and think about why I'm on stage right now, why I'm singing this song, and why I should really calm down and just do good.
Just leave town, I can see